we sent Junior to double board certified psychiatrist and neuroscientist, Dr. Daniel Amen. Dr. Amen, what did your test reveal?
Serious decreased activity in his prefrontal cortex. So what does that mean? Your prefrontal cortex is the boss in your brain.
Okay.
It watches you. It helps you with things like forethought, judgment, impulse control, organization, planning, empathy, learning from the mistakes you make. And when it's damaged, those things become much harder. When you're abusing drugs, that's traumatic to the brain.
Yes.
When you have ADD or ADHD, you see low activity. For his, I'm certain that it's from traumatic brain injury because of the focal nature of it. It's on one side more than on both sides. And it's not a little damage. I've seen a lot of scans. We actually did the big NFL study, and this is significant damage that can be repaired, but you have to do that before you do other things. Otherwise, he won't be able to learn.
Can I ask you really quick, when you said that it can be repaired, in what ways?
So that's what we actually showed in our NFL work, is that 80% of our players got improved when we put them on a brain rehabilitation program, which involves things like diet and supplements and hyperbaric oxygen. And when you nurture and heal the brain, people act better.
Dr. Amen, I'm just going to ask for the lay people that have been listening to you give us this incredibly, articulate explanation for what's going on with Junior. But the ultimate question we're here to help this family with is, can he live on his own?
Not unless you fix or, really make progress on optimizing the physical functioning of his brain. It's easy to call him bad. That's the easiest thing to do. The harder thing is to go, why, and what can you do about it?
So Dr. Amen, I wanted to back up a little bit because I think you said something really important, which is that he not only has evidence of traumatic brain injury and that damage to his prefrontal cortex, that there's also another part of his brain that's often utilized in emotion regulation that is actually hyper-aroused, which makes it more likely that he might have difficulty with things like anxiety and stress control.
And it's also why he drinks and did abuse drugs. And
I'm actually so glad you brought that up, because we know that he has admitted to taking prescription medications. We have drug test results that do confirm that those substances are positive, but we don't have information on the levels. Do you have concern that Junior is possibly taking too much of his prescription medication?
Yeah, when I looked at his meds, I was pretty unhappy. They're not working like we would want them to work. And so, can his medication he's currently on make him sleepy? You bet. Can it make him have slurred speech? You bet. Because this is complicated, and he needs to work with specialists who really targeting treatment to his brain, not just a group of symptoms.
I want to make clear as well that his drug test results did not show any illicit street drugs. The only results, as indicated by Dr. Judy, were those of his prescriptions. However, we don't know the level.
Yep.
But I'm also hearing from you that alcohol, which I believe is a drug, and I'm sure you'll agree is a drug as well, could have a major impact on his behavior.
If you take frontal lobes that are low to start from the injury, and then you add alcohol on top of it, along with the Valium, it's the prescription for disaster, and for many people it becomes lethal.